Hi, and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is the second part of the Babylon 5 film Thirdspace. I actually had a technical problem with the first part of the video, but luckily the file seems to have got corrupted pretty much at the halfway mark, so it's worked out quite nicely. So I'm going to carry on. Well, where it basically corrupted and went wrong is going to be the first part, and now I'll be watching the rest. Hopefully, I literally had a quick scout, just literally quick fast forward. It seems to all be there, so hopefully it'll all be okay. So here is the second part. So I was saying it seems to be affecting telepaths because we know she has some telepathic ability, but not much, which is why she's likely been affected last. Okay, so that looks like the writing that's on the outside of that artifact. Oh, she's in uniform now. Veer. Is he there? Are they like combined vision, or is she picturing him there?
I want to go there. I want to be there.
Okay, so I kind of see that as like I said, it was like a shared vision. Veer was seeing it as well, which means he must be a little bit telepathic, if I'm right. But it kind of then he's in his sleep, he's dreaming. So he was then dreaming about Centauri women as well. That kind of went off into that kind of dream. That's how I kind of see that bit. I don't. This isn't on the artifact, I don't think. This is somewhere else. I don't understand yet. Something's going through her mind. Got to be affecting telepaths. Everything makes sense. Fresh banana. That's probably going to be difficult to get hold of out there. Ooh. Well, that looks like they're being controlled as well. That's not freaky at all.
You have to go faster. You have to make it work.
So is the device telling them to say that?
You've had 5 days.
And we have barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
I could study that thing for 5 years, let alone 5 days, and still not crack it.
Absolutely. She is right on that one.
By this time, you should have surface reports, magnetic resonance scans, some idea if it's a ship or mechanism.
Well, they know it's... Oh, okay, so she's not telling them.
Conventional dig, that's true.
Yeah, because we heard her report. She does know it's not a ship. It's an artifact of some kind. So she's not telling them anything. But yeah, I mean, they might be conducting scans, might not have results yet or have analysed it. It's a big thing it's a big artifact. So it's going to take a long time to scan that. She's right. 5 years, they could be barely breaking... I don't literally mean breaking the surface, but break the surface of the analysis. Yeah, definitely. If they're going to do it properly anyway.
Ever since we brought that thing here, we've had a 30% increase in violent activity.
30%?
And I'm doing the best job that I know how, with limited resources and not a whole hell of a lot of cooperation.
I think that works both ways.
Is that a copy of the hieroglyph you found on the artifact? It's Vorlon.
Interesting.
Any good xenoarchaeologist would have recognized it.
Yeah.
And a decent one would have mentioned having found it.
Yeah.
I am giving you another 48 hours. Then I want to report on your findings.
That's generous. What? Hang on. From the very beginning, he suspected they wouldn't be honest. He now knows they're not being honest, and he's giving them another 48 hours? Way too generous. I'd have said, like you said, he's just proven that they know they have information, certainly information to share, and they're not sharing it. I'd have given them 6 hours, maybe 12, and I want a report of what you found so far, and they could easily be given information up in that time frame. That's weird. 48 hours?
They know who we are there in the city.
They.
What city? You know.
So it's a city.
You've been there. You've seen.
Not, I don't mean the artifact, but what they're seeing.
We have to open the door. We have no choice.
So is the artifact a door?
Deuce is a survivor. He runs half the rackets down below. He wouldn't do anything this stupid.
We've seen him before.
What's that about a city?
I think we have.
Let me hear if anybody else talks about this.
Or is she going to talk to Via, and Via's going to mention that he saw her in a dream, then they'll know it actually happened.
Imagine all the nerve of this guy trying to blame us for his problems enforcing discipline.
Well, it's not you, it's the artifact.
He wants us to do all the hard work, and then he'll just come right in and grab all the credit right out from under us.
Well, yeah. At least pretty much admitted that from the very beginning, that's what he's going to do.
Let's use our biggest power cell, see if that works.
I don't think it's wise.
No.
The risk.
Are insignificant compared to the benefits.
It could explode and wipe you all out.
A move like that requires the two of us agree. I don't.
Good.
The Centauris didn't exactly invent jump gate technology either.
No.
They found the gates when they got out into space.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, no one even knows who built the first gates.
Okay. I knew the Centauri didn't invent them, but I thought they'd said who did and I'd forgotten. But they don't know who invented jump gate technology. They're all just using it. It's just out there. Interesting. So, did the same people who've done this create the jump gates? Is this like a next evolution of that technology?
I think this is an original gate, left behind by whatever ancient race first came up with them.
Oh, an original, not an evolution.
I think it leads to a totally different kind of space. Call it a third space.
How on earth could she know this?
In third space, travel would be almost instantaneous.
So like a wormhole then?
It would completely revolutionize star travel. It would open up new avenues of commerce.
Yes, it would.
It'd be one hell of a weapon.
Yes, it would.
Can come in wherever, whenever they want, make the hit, and get out.
But you could also expand much more easily because you can get fresh supply somewhere instantaneously. So, yeah, at the moment Babylon 5's got to try and grow everything, or they can get some things brought on supply ships, but there's a lot of foodstuffs and things that they can't, or at least their astronomical price prohibits it. But this would mean they could, the human race, or well, all species, if they let everyone have it, could expand exponentially. Yeah, it is a big thing. But how does she know this? I can't think of any way she would know that's what this does, for what we've seen so far.
They might have intended to use it as a weapon against another race. Only that race attacked before it could be activated.
Okay.
Doesn't explain how it got into hyperspace.
True.
It doesn't matter. It's ancient history.
Obviously not.
The only thing we can do is get in there, crack this thing, and get out before they do. And the only way to do that is to turn it on.
Oh, what?
Look, Bill, this is the big one. It's going to put us in the history books for 1,000 years.
How on earth she got to where she is? That makes her the most incompetent person. The way she described it, just turn it on and so it shows that they are more of a business than a expedition or archaeology.
Hello, Vera.
Company. They're gonna have the conversation.
I saw you in a dream last night.
Yeah.
Yes, you and several other women, but I don't really think we need to go into the details.
Ha ha.
There was a city, it was,
I don't think it was a city.
you were killed. Eaten, actually, by something. I...
Tentacles.
Ivanova to Sheridan.
Sheridan, go.
I think we have a problem with the artifact.
So it was a dream, and yeah, he then dreamt about Centauri women and went off with them. But does that mean he's telepathic? Or am I just wrong about this?
Well, the others modified an energy cell.
Break off! Break off immediately!
Too late. So it's going to drain the power.
Something's happening out there.
Get the hell out!
Comm system's breaking.
Get away! That looks charged. So is it controlling those people?
CNC, we have no power to the bay doors.
As they can't launch fighters.
Keep losing power at this rate, pretty soon we won't be able to launch at all. Use them or lose them.
I thought using the elevators is risky then.
Power lost.
Can't afford to lose power to the tubes. This place is too big to get around on foot.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I was thinking, yeah, they could use stairs, but yeah, it's too big a place.
Looks like they're under some kind of telepathic influence or something. I told my men to go hand to hand to avoid killing anybody.
That's good. They're not using weapons. They know it's not their fault.
All right, hang tight. Just keep them out of the maze.
Well, I thought they'd have non-lethal weapons of some kind, though.
The question is, what's it powering back up for?
Yes, that is the question.
Well, I'm going to see Lita. If that thing is putting out telepathic impulses, she may be able to help.
We haven't seen her for a while. What's happened to her?
We're imposing immediate curfew.
Yeah.
I repeat, for your own safety, stay inside.
I was going to say they need to initiate a lockdown. It's the only way to keep things under control.
Scanners indicate they're moving fighters around it. We've got to do something.
Yes, we do.
Oh, is she under its control? Is that why she's doing all this?
How close can we get? Just inside weapons range. That far, and we won't even be able to hurt it.
Is it going to absorb the energy instead of... It's actually going to help it rather than destroy it?
Lita, it's Delenn and John Sheridan. We need to talk to you.
Oh, what's going to have happened?
Security override.
That's a bit unfair, though. What, she just didn't want to talk to them? They're not giving her that choice. I know it's not as simple as that, but even so.
Tried to warn you. We failed.
It is what's left inside her by the Vorlons. It's got a shield.
There might be some leftover programming still inside her, put there by the Vorlons.
So this is like some sort of emergency beacon of some kind. It's picked because Lita's picked up this. It's triggered some built-in memory from the Vorlons, and it's a warning of some kind. I think he's about to say that.
A race memory.
Race memory, okay.
Our great mistake.
Our great mistake. What, did the Vorlons build it?
We had traveled to 1,000 worlds. We appeared to them as beings of light.
Yeah.
They saw us as gods.
Yeah.
And we, in our pride,
Let them.
began to believe them.
Hmm.
We believed that we were superior to the universe that gave us birth.
Yeah, you did, big time.
That we belonged to another, higher plane. A place we believed was the Well of Souls.
That's weird. It doesn't look like Vorlon technology.
Become gods ourselves. We forgot that a door may swing in two directions.
Gate to hell, not to heaven. That's weird. Like I said, it doesn't look like Vorlon technology. Anything that we build would look like it's built by humans, because it is. We have certain designs and technology and materials that would make it look like it's built by us. It's weird that they would build something that looks completely alien. That's weird. So they've tried to build a gate to heaven, basically. They wanted to become gods. But the thing that's going to my head is the film Event Horizon. That is a very similar concept. I think that came after this. I'll look it up, but I'll have information. But that's one of the only films that actually gives me nightmares. I love horror films, but it's the eyes scene. Not going to go into detail, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, one scene in particular that really gave me nightmares. It's not a bad film. It's a bit cheesy, but it's not a bad film. But yeah, it really makes me think of this. It's a wormhole, but it's a two-way wormhole. Things can go either way. Part of me thinks normally you'd need another one. You'd need to create a connection. One, I don't see how that works. You'd need one at both ends. What's that? What are they? That looks Vorlon.
They are anti-life itself.
Anti-life.
Telepathic, all of them.
Telepathic.
Those of us controlled by their influence dropped into hyperspace before we could stop them.
And it got lost.
What do they want?
To destroy all life that is not their own.
Ah, nice.
They believe only they have the right to exist in the universe.
Even in the future, you can get bad neighbours. Surprised they didn't build some sort of self-destructs into that device then.
Why can't they make a gate from their side?
The door must be open on both sides.
So there is a door on both sides.
Close this one, and they cannot come through.
So this race knew that, how should I put it, that they wanted to expand the way that they could destroy things. So they built the device at their end, hoping that at some time in the future, some other species would create a like-minded gate, and it would make that connection, and then they could go and attack them. That's forward future planning, because it might never have happened, but obviously it did happen. So there does need to be two gates. It makes sense it'd have to be. Okay, so destroy one, destroy them both. Well, at least stop them from coming through. Somebody can build another one, though.
We've been searching for it for centuries.
God, the Vorlons couldn't find it. Then, blimey.
They must be stopped, or hundreds of worlds will die.
That was bad timing. It turned up just after they'd all left.
Learn.
Ooh. Oh, because Kosh is completely gone from within him now, isn't he? So those are the Vorlons ships that were there originally. They've taken them over. Can't defeat the Vorlons, let alone... Oh, they've been enhanced? Or did the other aliens from the other universe just design ships that looked like Vorlons? Because that's what they're exposed to.
You know what to do?
What's he got to do and what's she got to do?
A mistake. One of many.
So what else is out there? That's a good line, because it sets up future storylines. This is just one.
I think the device took control of him.
No, you.
He came for me. I shot him. Well, I can't exactly advise you if I don't know what it is you want.
She's pumping up information to get ahead of what they're going to do.
Bringing in the Minbari cruisers, but I'll need you to command the White Stars.
So they're bringing in lots of big ships. Shot in the back. He was coming towards her, she said, and she shot him.
You said that you shot him when he was coming towards you.
Yeah. So why is he shot in the back?
And why is the PPG burn on the back of his jumpsuit?
Yep. But don't seem to be get physical very often. I say some of those ships look like Vorlons, but the others didn't. It's like they've taken that tech and adapted it. That's quite the fleet.
Access confirmation required.
Sheridan, John J.
What's the J stand for? John J. Sheridan. Oh, nuke. Literally a suitcase nuke. Whoa, that's a lot of ships. And this is what I mean about the White Stars not looking that big. Scale-wise then, they had Star Furies, which I know were closer, so they'll appear bigger. But they weren't dwarfed by the White Stars. They just visually just don't look bigger than, or that big a ship.
All right, we'll wait for the captain's signal and then...
We not have that much time.
They're coming through.
Target the front of the artifact only.
Are they thinking that hitting it would give it more power? Oh, rocket pack. So has he got the nuke? I didn't see him holding it. God blimey, he's gonna... It must be amazing to be out there seeing all that, but also scary. Needs to get hit. So they can take out the ships. Star Furies can't. Only the White Stars, which have Vorlon tech, can take them out. White Stars aren't powerful. The Star Furies aren't powerful enough.
We have to hit them 4 times before they even notice.
And you'll have to be 4 times as accurate.
Fair point.
If we can't take these guys, we sure as hell can't take the rest. You keep at it.
It's true.
Target the energy field surrounding the artifact. Hit it as much as you can and do not stop.
Okay, so it's not absorbing energy. They are trying to weaken it, the shield. Can he fly through it?
I'm in position.
go.
Anybody that has a clear shot of that energy field, take it. Now.
Was he going around the back? So they concentrate their fire at the front, it'll redirect power to the front? That's a bit cheesy. Brought it down for a second and then put it back up again. With the draining that much power from it, they can probably just keep firing. It will bring it down. They have to redirect power. Ooh, they are losing ships. White Stars. Where's the bomb? I mean, that's the rocket pack, but I can't see anything else he's got. Oh, it strapped his front. Didn't see that. God, that's small. So he's going to blow it up from the inside. Hurry. If you're going to do it, do it. Get out. You're not alone. I'm assuming it's going to be timer operated.
Thermonuclear detonation.
Right, 5 minutes. Oh, it was her ship.
Look at the artifact, Susan.
Big ship. Still quite a while to go. Are they...
Retrace path. Automatic navigation. Top speed.
Good idea. So, are they long-lived? Has it been there for 1 million years, or do they reproduce? It's just a descendant to the originals. As there was no power, maybe they were in some sort of cryogenic freeze. And they've been awoken by getting power.
Sheridan to assault fleet. I'm clear.
Well, you're not clear. You're outside.
Break off! Get the hell out of the way!
Is the shield still up, though? Can you get out now? Doesn't he need them to keep firing? Is it going to blow with it halfway through? Wow. That's quite an explosion for a small device like that. Was it taking them all out? I was going to say, well, at least there might be parts of the ships still left, so they might be able to study them and get some new tech from that, but it looks like it's completely wiped everything out.
We got it.
There's going to be a few that stretched further afield or chased the retreating ships.
What are you doing?
So the effects stopped.
I was just in the transport tube with Ivanova.
Oh, that was a while ago. Power drain stopped.
And be careful. Some of the smaller enemy ships may have survived.
Yeah.
It looks like I used up the last of my navigation pack getting out of the artifact.
Somebody come and get me?
Of course. In the fullness of time.
This isn't funny, Delaney.
Yes, it is.
As his oxygen runs out.
I'm sorry for what happened, Captain.
A lot of people fell under the influence of that thing.
Yeah, I think it was a bit her, though.
Doesn't explain your decision to hold back information before that thing started broadcasting.
Yep, that's all her.
We won't mention that part, will we?
Oh, he's more generous than I'd have been.
After everything that's happened, I have to decide if I want this job anymore.
I think you'll be debriefed. They're not going to let her just go. I mean, don't mean them, I mean her employers.
I was sure she didn't give me all the information.
And
if a little lie got her out the door, that was fine with her.
Yeah.
Fine with both of us, really.
Well, it depends what she kept.
The Vorlons made an error thousands of years ago, and we paid the price for it.
1,000,000 years ago.
We've got more than enough trouble of our own. We don't need to inherit anyone else's mistakes. We got through it alive, and everyone's okay. That's the important thing.
Well, not everyone. People died in the attack.
One mistake.
Lots
One
more.
mistake out of so many.
Yeah.
So many others.
And look how big a effect that one mistake had. What are the others? It was good. It's weird. It did feel like just a long episode. It's interesting storyline. It's obviously when the Vorlons and the Shadows left, they took all, the shadows blew up the planet, all the tech was gone. So it's kind of good in some ways to know there's still stuff out there that can cause problems. And like they said, one mistake out of thousands or lots, basically. So who knows what else is out there that they might come across. It's good that they've left that dangling, because it means there's probably lots of storylines they could have in the future with Vorlon tech, basically, and Shadow tech, I would assume as well now. It's weird, though, because it didn't look like Vorlon tech. I don't quite get that. Obviously, they couldn't make it look too Vorlon-y at the beginning, because it would have been obvious, but it just doesn't quite make sense. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure you could look at something and think it looks human tech, whereas something alien, I can imagine you could look at it and think, okay, that's not been made by humans, or at least not to our current technological level anyway. It would be weird for us to make something that looks completely alien. So that just wouldn't make sense. They didn't completely explain it about the telepathic bit. They said that the artifact was giving out telepathic bursts, but it didn't explain who was being affected by it. It just makes sense to me that it was people with telepathic abilities who were being affected. Lita, Ivanova. And if that's right, then that implies that Via has some telepathic ability. It might be minuscule, but something. But so they didn't fully explain it, so I could be wrong on that. But it just kind of fits in my head. I don't think we saw anyone that we know has telepathic abilities who wasn't affected, but there aren't many of them, so don't know. And yeah, it was weird. So that character, Juice, I can't remember the actor's name. I've got William in my head, but I can't remember. But he's a reasonably, say, well-known name. I can't remember it, but recognisable face, let's say. But he had a really tiny part in it. I thought he was going to have more. That was a bit odd. Didn't have Garibaldi or Londo or Jakar. I think those are the only main characters missing. I suppose they weren't. Well, where we are at the moment, Garibaldi wasn't needed because you got Zach in that position. The ambassadors wouldn't have really added anything to the story. Via covered up the ambassadorial points that needed to be covered on his own. So, unless this wasn't part of the main show, it was a film. I assume separate contracts were probably done for this, so they could save some money basically by not having them in it. I know this is where it fits, but I also know it wasn't made at this time. It was made. I can't remember if it was made after season 4 or season 5. But this is just where it fitted in story-wise. So, yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, it was an interesting idea. I think they could have covered it in an episode, if I'm honest. I'm sure there's quite a bit they could have cut and done it that way. And I say, it really does remind me of that film Event Horizon. I'll have had trivia about it. But, no, it was an interesting one. Not sure it was justified in it being a film, but good nonetheless. So, yeah. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next episode, and at the right time, the next films. Be seeing you.